All right, let's dive into the fascinating world of monarch butterflies and uncover the secrets behind their unique life cycle and migratory patterns. Monarch butterflies, scientifically known as Danaus plexippus, are known for their captivating beauty and their incredible ability to migrate thousands of miles each year. To fully understand their migration, we must first explore their life cycle, which consists of 4 stages: egg, larva, pupa, and adult. The life cycle begins when a female monarch butterfly lays her eggs on the underside of milkweed leaves, the primary food source for monarch caterpillars. After about 4 days, the eggs hatch and tiny caterpillars emerge. These caterpillars, or larvae, go through a period of rapid growth and development, molting several times throughout the process. After about 2 weeks, the caterpillar will find a safe spot to attach itself and form a protective shell called the chrysalis. Inside the chrysalis, the caterpillar undergoes a remarkable transformation, known as metamorphosis, where it becomes an adult butterfly. This process takes approximately 10 days. Once emerged, the adult monarch butterfly has a striking appearance with its iconic orange and black wings. These beautiful creatures have a relatively short lifespan, ranging from 2 to 6 weeks. However, the last generation of monarchs, born in late summer or early fall, are known as the Methuselah generation. This generation can live up to 8 months, as they are the ones responsible for the Great Migration. Now, let's talk about the amazing migratory patterns of monarch butterflies. Each year, millions of monarchs embark on a journey of up to 3,000 miles, traveling from North America to their overwintering sites in Mexico. The migration occurs in several generations, with each generation traveling a segment of the journey before laying eggs and dying. The next generation then continues the journey, eventually returning to the same overwintering sites as their ancestors. This multi-generational migration is truly a testament to the incredible instincts and navigational abilities of these small creatures. So we've just explored the life cycle and migratory patterns of monarch butterflies, and as you can see, they are truly one of nature's most extraordinary travelers. But what environmental factors influence their migration? Stay tuned as we delve into that topic next. Now that we have a better understanding of the life cycle and migratory patterns of monarch butterflies, let's explore the environmental factors that play a crucial role in determining the timing and route of their incredible journey. Firstly, temperature plays a significant role in triggering the start of monarch migration. As the days get shorter and temperatures begin to drop in late summer and early fall, the monarch's reproductive instincts are suppressed, and they enter a state called reproductive diapause. This physiological change allows them to conserve energy for the long journey ahead and focus on the search for suitable overwintering sites. In addition to temperature, day length, or photoperiod is another important factor that influences the timing of monarch migration. As the days get shorter, the butterflies become more sensitive to changes in daylight, which signals them to start their migration. Interestingly, monarchs are also able to use the position of the sun as a compass to orient themselves during their journey. Weather conditions also play a critical role in the migration process. Favorable winds, especially tailwinds, can help monarchs cover great distances in a shorter amount of time, while strong headwinds or storms can impede their progress and force them to take shelter. Rainfall is another important factor, as it affects the availability of nectar-producing flowers along the migration route. These flowers provide essential nourishment for the butterflies during their long journey. To summarize, the timing and route of monarch butterfly migration are primarily influenced by environmental factors such as temperature, day length, and weather conditions. These factors work together to guide these remarkable travelers on their epic journey from North America to Mexico and back. But what challenges did they face along the way? Next, we'll investigate the threats facing monarch butterflies during their migration. As we continue our exploration of the monarch butterfly migration, it's important to recognize the various challenges and threats these delicate creatures face throughout their incredible journey. Despite their resilience and adaptability, Monarchs are increasingly vulnerable to a range of factors that can jeopardize their survival. One major threat to monarch butterflies is habitat loss. The expansion of agriculture, urban development, and logging activities have resulted in the destruction of vital breeding, feeding, and overwintering sites for these butterflies. This loss of habitat not only reduces the availability of milkweed, the essential food source for monarch caterpillars, but also diminishes the availability of nectar-producing plants that sustain the adult butterflies during the migration. Pesticide exposure is another critical issue affecting monarchs. The widespread use of herbicides in agriculture has led to the decline of milkweed populations, while insecticides can have lethal effects on both caterpillars and adult butterflies. These chemicals can also contaminate the nectar and pollen of plants, further harming the butterflies as they feed. Climate change also poses a significant threat to monarch butterflies, as it can alter temperature and precipitation patterns, which in turn can impact their breeding and overwintering habitats. Unpredictable weather events, such as storms, droughts, and heat waves, can disrupt the butterflies' migration patterns and decrease their chances of survival. In addition to these challenges, monarchs also face natural threats from predators, parasites, and diseases during their migration. However, it's crucial to note that human-induced factors such as habitat loss, pesticide exposure, and climate change have greatly exacerbated the risks faced by these remarkable creatures. Having identified these threats, it's crucial to examine the role of conservation efforts in protecting monarch butterfly populations and preserving their migratory pathways. In the next section, we'll delve into the various initiatives and strategies employed to safeguard these iconic travelers and ensure their continued survival. Now that we've discussed the various threats facing monarch butterflies during their migration, let's turn our attention to the conservation efforts aimed at protecting these iconic travelers and preserving their migratory pathways. With the increase in challenges posed by human activities and climate change, it has become more critical than ever to implement effective conservation strategies to ensure the survival of monarch butterflies. One approach to conserving monarch habitats is through reforestation projects. By restoring and expanding forested areas, particularly in their overwintering sites in Mexico, we can help provide the necessary shelter and resources for these butterflies to survive the winter months. Reforestation efforts also contribute to the overall health of ecosystems, supporting a wide range of flora and fauna. Another essential conservation initiative is the planting of milkweed, the primary food source for monarch caterpillars. By increasing the availability of milkweed in breeding and migratory areas, we can provide the necessary resources for the next generation of monarchs. Many organizations, communities, and individuals have taken up the task of planting milkweed in gardens, parks, and other suitable locations to support the monarch population. In addition to these habitat-focused efforts, citizen science monitoring programs play a vital role in gathering data on monarch populations, migration patterns, and overall health. These programs enable volunteers from all walks of life to participate in the collection of valuable information, which can then be used to inform and improve conservation strategies. By engaging the public in monarch conservation, these programs also raise awareness and foster a deeper appreciation for these remarkable creatures. In conclusion, conservation efforts such as reforestation projects, milkweed planting initiatives, and citizen science monitoring programs are essential in protecting monarch butterfly populations and preserving their migratory pathways. By working together to implement these strategies, we can help ensure the continued survival of these iconic travelers and the ecosystems they inhabit. Next, we'll analyze the cultural and ecological significance of monarch butterfly migration, including its role in pollination, food chain dynamics, and as an indicator of ecosystem health. As we wrap up our exploration of monarch butterfly migration, it's essential to recognize the cultural and ecological significance of this incredible phenomenon. The annual journey undertaken by these beautiful creatures not only captivates our imagination, but also plays a vital role in maintaining the health and stability of the ecosystems they inhabit. First, let's consider the role of monarch butterflies in pollination. As adult butterflies feed on the nectar of various flowering plants, they inadvertently transfer pollen from one flower to another, facilitating the process of pollination. This interaction is crucial for the reproduction of many plant species, ultimately contributing to the overall biodiversity and functioning of ecosystems. In addition to their role as pollinators, monarch butterflies also play an important part in food chain dynamics. As caterpillars, they feed on milkweed plants, while as adults, they serve as a food source for a variety of predators, such as birds, spiders, and other insects. By participating in these ecological interactions, monarch butterflies help maintain the balance and stability of the food webs within their habitats. Lastly, monarch butterfly migration serves as an indicator of ecosystem health. The presence of robust monarch populations and successful migration patterns can signal the overall well-being of the ecosystems they inhabit. Conversely, declining populations and disruptions in migration can serve as a warning sign of underlying environmental issues, such as habitat loss, pesticide exposure, or climate change impacts. Beyond their ecological importance, monarch butterflies hold cultural significance in various communities. For example, in Mexico, the arrival of monarchs coincides with the Day of the Dead celebrations, and these butterflies are often seen as a symbol of the returning souls of deceased loved ones. This connection highlights the deep-rooted relationship between humans and nature, and the value we place on these awe-inspiring creatures. In conclusion, the migration of monarch butterflies is a remarkable natural phenomenon with significant cultural and ecological implications. By understanding their role in pollination, food chain dynamics, and as indicators of ecosystem health, we can better appreciate the importance of conserving these iconic travelers and the habitats they depend on for their survival.